You're currently in a situation where you feel like you need to start all over again, maybe your business, your career, a relationship or something, and it feels really daunting and you're scared, then this particular video is for you. Make sure you see it through to the end because this conversation is going to transform your mind totally about what it means to start all over and how best you can maximize this journey. I'm very sure that your life will not be the same. So make sure you leave a comment at the end of this video telling me something that stood out for you. I will see you there. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. What did it feel like to come down to Lagos and start all over again? Because you said that you do not intend to relocate.
Boko Haram. So I want to make money. I want to take care of my children.
So sorry about that.
It's okay. So it's trust.
Trust.
Like all these people that do 419, they are weak.
But what was my offense? I was just trying to make money.
Not true. Sometimes, you don't be saying in this house now because they don't
get money. But I'm going to take care of myself. Now, not the money. Lion, not the bongo.
Oh, shit. Clock it. If you've ever had to start all over again, you know how daunting that can be. And so I pray that when you stumble on this particular conversation, if you're currently in a space where you need to start all over, I hope that you find the strength from this conversation to forge ahead in that direction without thinking about what it's going to be like. So let's get right into it. By the way, if you are not subscribed yet to my channel, I don't know what you're waiting for. Click that subscribe button and like this video because I know you're going to like it eventually. So please do right now before you forget. All right, let's get into it. For the very first time ever, at least officially, please make welcome my very own mother to my YouTube channel. Welcome, mommy. Why are you clapping for yourself? I'm clapping for you. By the way, it's not a coincidence that we are wearing this. Immediately I saw my mom pull this out. I'm like, wait, I have something similar. I have something that looks like this. So I decided to change my outfit from the one I initially planned to wear to this so that we could twin. How do you like it? Do you like that we are twinning?
Beautiful.
All right, awesome. Thank you so much for having this conversation with me. This is the very first time you're on my channel. How do you feel?
I feel happy.
If you're happy, you not sound like you're not happy. Let me blink twice. You're calling for help.
I'm happy.
You're happy.
Yes.
Don't make that feel like I see I forced you. Are you very happy?
Very, very happy.
I love it. I love it. Introduce yourself.
I'm Fatima Abdullahi.
Hi, Fatima Abdullahi. Awesome. All right. So, mommy, tell me, how was your childhood like?
My childhood. I love my childhood when I was growing anyway. It's a lot of people. I grew up with my grandma. I live with a family that we love ourselves. We're always there for ourselves. Though we still have the other parts of it.
I feel like every family has that dynamic.
That quickly made me to wise up.
So you'd say that your childhood, the kind of family you came from, is also a major factor as to why you grew up very street smart. Because I'll say my mom is one of the street smartest person I know.
Am I street?
No, when I say street smart, it's not necessarily that you are street or maybe like you're rags. It just means that you know how to go your way around life situations and all of that. What's the earliest memory you have of starting anything over again?
I think when I finished school after my marriage, I started working, doing business then.
What kind of business?
I was selling children wears. Children wears, soft drinks, snacks, and so on and so forth. About that business that will bring money anyway.
So you were a jack of many trades.
General merchant. So now I realize that the business was not, at a point in time, it was not
going
smoothly. So I decided to go into printing.
Printing?
Yes.
As in like business cards?
Business card, invoice, file.
From selling coats?
Yes.
To printing?
Yes.
Walk me through, what was that like for you? Like, how did you get the knowledge of printing? Were you the one doing the actual printing or you had staff?
I was the one doing the computer. I have to do the design. From the design.
So you were a graphics designer?
Yes.
Come on now. Yes. I love it.
I designed complimentary cards and so on and so forth. Then I take it to a lithographer. Then we do the plates. After the plate, I go and buy papers. they might take it for cutting. Because if you didn't go with the plate, then they may cut it in a wrong way. From cutting, I will take it for printing. We call it impression then. That's all.
Well, so did you add it to your business or you started that one separately?
I started that one separately.
So what was it like shutting down like what you were doing before? You've built customers now. People already know you as somebody that was selling clothes. Walk me through. How did you just transition? Was it easy for you to just move? What did it feel like?
Actually, it wasn't easy. But since I've made up my mind, I still have to go from one office to the other, introduce my business, people that are ready to print complimentary cards. I market myself as well. I go, I introduce, they give me jobs. I will run the impression, I deliver.
And then eventually the business grew.
Yes.
Then
I started loving it.
If I can remember, you were doing that when when I was a child. But you didn't do that for too long either.
I did.
How long did you do that?
For at least for close to 10, 15 years.
Wow, that's over a decade. That's amazing. Wow.
I stopped when I decided to go into other aspects again. One of my customers in the market introduced me to ophthalmic frames lenses. He used to buy clothes from me. Then and print complimentary cards as well, invoice and so on and so forth. I think it's Malam Sanusi then in Kano.
Wow.
So you come to Lagos and buy frames, buy lenses and so on and so forth. Sanusi, how far?
Show me the way now.
So this business is a cool business, so you have to have an idea. I said, okay. So I decided to go to Ekwa Hospital then.
Okay.
In a Kano State there, where they put me through.
That's how you got trained.
They trained me. So I had to buy some lenses and so on and so forth before I relocated to Lagos State. I didn't even plan to come to Lagos State.
So that's a big conversation. I like us to unpack. But before we go too deeply into it, I like us to just deviate from the train of thought just a little bit. Talk to me about doing this while raising children. I'm your last born. Am I not your last born?
Yeah, my last born.
You have another last born.
Yeah, my last born.
Let me ask this out of the box. Who's your favorite child?
Oh, my children. They are my favorite children.
Politician.
I love all my children.
Equally.
Hey!
You as in very equally.
Very equally.
If God check your heart now, you see that the love you have for your child, all of it is equal.
I love my children.
This my politician.
I love my children.
That's on a lighter note though. So what was that like for you? You've done printing, you did selling of clothing, and I think that the other time when I brought you on my podcast, even though it wasn't YouTube, that was Spotify, you talked about yogurt also. You used to do yogurt.
Yogurt chocolate.
So you used to do yogurt, chocolate, and then you did clothing and snacks, then you did printing, right? And now you moved to ophthalmology. Talk to me about
ophthalmic lenses.
Ophthalmic lenses.
Yes, I'm not an ophthalmologist.
I'm very sorry, ma'am. Please forgive me.
I don't do surgery.
That's true. My mom has corrected me on this several times, and I pray that I don't make that mistake of mixing them up on discussion. I remember the first time she was correcting me that there's a difference between an optician and an ophthalmologist, and what's the third one?
Optometrist.
And an optometrist. I never knew. I just used to jam everything together. So knowledge is very important. So thank you for that. So I want you to walk me through what it was like doing all of that while raising children. What was it like for you? How did you navigate?
It wasn't easy, but I have determined that I have to train my children. I have to take care of my children. It's my responsibility to take good care of my children. And for me to survive with them, I have to do business, good business, clean business, and make myself hardworking.
When you say clean business, what do you mean?
There are different of businesses now. Like all these people that do 419 and so on and so forth.
It's not clean.
It's not clean. So I decided to focus. Any area that I will sell to customers will bring money. At the end of the day, at least I know I'll be able to pay my children's school fees, take good care of myself, make them happy, make me happy. I go for it.
Was there ever a time that you felt that you were tired of the whole situation, having to start again, do things that were new terrain. Because if you're entering into a new space, you have to start learning about new vendors, try to build a new client base again, trying to tell more new people about you. Were there ever times when people that knew you before doing one thing and they move to do another thing? Was there ever any time when people were like, are you sure you know what you want to do with your life like this? Like, did you have any of that kind of experience? And how did you navigate it?
Since I've decided to do it, even if, in fact, nobody has even ever asked me that, why did you change from one business to another?
Are you serious?
Yes, they hardly ask me. Instead, they will encourage me.
Got soap for me now.
They will encourage me.
Wow.
Ajia party. Okay, this is what I do. We from the north part of this country, they encourage people. Understand? Is this what you are doing now? And like that is
That means God should help it progress.
God will help you to progress. God will make it too
easy for you. Yeah.
So they still give you connections. They connect you. Go to the place, go and meet the place, so person. I'm there. Pick up.
Would you say it's because of the fact that in every single one of those businesses that you ventured in, you were reliable? Because I imagine that if you did the clothing business and you were not very reliable, maybe your clothes were not of good quality and it was not so great in terms of customer service and all of that, I don't think that people would automatically want to be recommending you when you started doing printing. Because you're saying now that people will just say, okay, this is what you're doing now, we support you, then they'll begin to connect you. What is something that you think was the reason why people were supporting you like that?
Yes, I was honest with them.
Okay.
One. Then though some may even put you on trial, they try you, they will test you to know if you are. They may not even give you money. They say, okay, this is what you want to print. Go and do it. When you deliver, we'll give you your money. I will go. I'll do the printing. They'll give me my money. Some may even give me, okay, half of the payment. I say, okay, take deposits. They give me, I will do and deliver. So it's trust.
Trust.
When you're able to try and meet up
with the work that you've given to them.
With your words from there. Some will even, after delivering, we have some of them, though they are not much. My fingers are not equal. You will still deliver what you want to give to them, they will disappoint you. Understand? But I still keep on
pushing through.
Pushing.
Why do you keep on pushing through? I know you say you determine. What is to make you determine?
I still keep on pushing and focus.
Why do you focus?
Because I want to make money. I want to take care of my children.
So you say your children are your motivation. Yes. So if you didn't have children, you don't want to make money.
If I don't have children, I need to make money too. I want to live a good life.
Ooh, come on! You like money?
What's I'm going to take care of myself now? Not be money.
I love it.
Now money now.
Now money.
Now money.
God, I
want to eat good food. I want to live younger than even my age. I want to live a long life. It's money.
It's money. Sure. Yeah, you know like at all.
And even if you go to church now, you don't have money. Give offering. You help people. What will you use if you don't have money? Without money, sometimes one will be depressed. Depression.
If you keep person,
you go kill person.
Will not die in the name of Jesus.
Amen.
All right.
But with the little you have, even if it is in your bag, you are looking at your bank account, they are laugh like this, without eating.
Your belly go full. Not true, you talk. Not true. Sometimes, you don't be saying you get sad now because they don't get money. All right. So you quickly branched into the fact that you relocated from Kano to Lagos, right? So walk me through that because you said that you did not intend to relocate.
Boko Haram.
There's something we call soft landing. You start softly and you just started Boko Haram.
Yes, because during those incidents then, it was affecting children's school.
Yes, it affected our school.
So and my family here in Lagos, they were so worried.
But we did not come down because of Boko Haram. We initially, although it affected us, I think
people came for holiday.
Because I remember that before we came for holiday, there was one time it even affected our school. They threw a bomb, So we now had to say children should not come to school again for a while. So we now decided that let's go for holiday.
Holiday.
So when we got to Lagos now, you just came to tell us that
We have to start all over again.
we're starting all over again. That's not how you said it though. And that's something I think I should highlight in this conversation from my own end, as you know, one of the receiving end of your decisions to always start all over again. I love in my childhood, I really loved how you always carried us along. You didn't used to just wake up, just change everything. And you now tell us that we don't have a choice. Because I remember that you gathered us in the sitting room and you asked us what it would feel like if we stayed in Lagos. And from my own side though, I was very excited because like Lagos is that place everybody used to look forward to. Like even when we're in the north, everybody talks about Lagos like that land of fulfilled promises. You know, that land filled with milk and honey. So it was good. But then there was also the part that we didn't really know a lot of people. It was new territory. It was new terrain. We didn't have friends yet. It was a tough decision to make. So it was like a 50-50. We're very excited to be there, you know, have opportunities. I think he used to take us out then a lot.
To museum.
Yes.
Go to museum, go to Gala.
Yeah. So it just felt like, are we going to leave our
picnics.
comfort? Exactly. We used to have that family thing when we're in the north, where we'll go out, go for picnics, we used to go out a lot as a family. But in Lagos, it felt like, you know, a huge chunk of that was going to have to be toned down because Lagos felt more serious. So when you said children, no, because of the insurgency and everything, I'm considering that we stay back in Lagos. I didn't know how to react, but it was good. We were happy, at least in the beginning. There were times when I really wished that we could go back because I missed my family, I missed my friends, I missed the community. We couldn't really say goodbye to most people because we're telling them that we're coming back, or you know. So it was hard. It was really hard, and it wasn't the time when we had phones. I don't think that we had phones. We, the children, we didn't have phones then, as at then. So there was really no way that we could even
communicate.
I just feel like we're yanked out.
It was only Mubarak that was asking of it's a what do you call game pass.
Yes, okay, that's true. So we used to play games then. Sajem. Yes, I think Sajem then. Yes, we used to play Sajem, Mortal Kombat, and the rest. It used to be this fun activity. Our neighbors, their children would come around to our house. Our house was that house where, you know how growing up, people go to other people's houses to go and watch TV and all that. Our house was that house. People come and watch TV, come and play games. So I think that's one thing that we missed, the community life and everything, because everybody was minding their business a lot in Lagos. So we were pretty much alone with the elderlies. But I want to really appreciate you for always carrying us along in your decision, because you asked us what we wanted. Even in choosing our school, the school we attended, we had a choice. We were going to all the schools to vet it, and when we get one, she would ask us, "Do you like the school? Do you like the place?" So that was something that I really
to be close to your children. It's good.
I love it. I think that's why we're actually still close. You know, we used to fight a lot, Sha.
We'll fight and settle.
Of course, we fight and settle. So entering into Lagos is a totally different ecosystem from what you're used to, because if I remember clearly, all the businesses you were doing was mostly in the north. Kano, Maiduguri, Jigawa, Kaduna, Gutso, the Katsina, Jos. Yes, Jos. So all those places were north. It was mostly Ariwa. So what did it feel like to come down to Lagos and start all over again in Lagos? What did it feel like?
It was tough. And but I don't have choice than to just stay determined. We are here now in Lagos. Over there in the north, Boko Haram of 18. Children cannot go to school. And sometimes they determine the period I will go to markets. They're so scared. So when we got to Lagos, what I did after some 2 or 3 weeks, I thank God, and with the help of my sister then, okay, why don't you start your ophthalmic work here in Lagos?
You were already trained, thank God.
Yes, over there. I said, okay, that's after all, you get all those products here, they are cheaper and so on and so forth. I said, okay, what I should do? She decided to take me to police command there, where I met the former CP, Umar Manko. Then I introduced myself. You know how the Northerners behave. I said, okay, you should be giving me signal.
What is this signal?
It's a sort of a letter whereby they give me, they tell me a place where I can be going to do free eye tests. Said though they are not going to pay police, they will not pay.
So
but
you
they
will do
will
the
pay
eye
the
test. They will not pay for the test.
They will not pay. It has to be free.
Okay.
But the officers will pay from their pockets.
Okay. So that the officers will pay for the services.
Yes.
So after the test, maybe you want to recommend drugs and all those things,
Glasses
the officers will
and
pay from their pockets.
pockets.
But they'll give you the opportunity, the platform to be able to
Yes.
conduct the free test.
Yes. So I started from police command Ikeja.
Wow. So you just walked into police command with your sister and she connected you to the man.
We just went straight into his office.
Did you know him prior to that time?
I don't know him.
Did she know him prior to that time?
We filled form. We want to see the CP.
Why? Wait, hold on. What made you think that the first place to start with was police command?
Actually, my sister, she has been with the police for years.
Okay.
She happens to be police contractor.
Okay.
So up to Camp Salem, Abuja, wherever. So she said, go and introduce you. They are our friends. We should go.
So you just thought of all places, just that. You know what?
Because most people, not even police,
Okay.
alone, they don't have time to go and check their eyes.
Sure.
So it's like I'm giving them a free service. At the same time, it will help me. So when we got there that day, what do you want to see? Oh, I want to see the CP. Do you have any appointment with him? I said, no. I hope all is well. I said, yes. They gave me a form to fill. Do you know his office? I don't even know his office. They described his office. I went in there. I sat down. We started calling people. I was the last person. I was there for over 3 or 4 hours.
Wow.
I sat down and he called me and attended to me. What's happened? Why are you here? I explained. Okay. Then from there, I said, okay. They gave me the go ahead.
And that's how you started?
I started from all the area commands. I think then they have about 11 area commands under them, excluding their divisions.
Wow.
11 or 14 then. So from area A to N.
You were the one in charge of handling their
Tell me,
glasses.
go to some place. So I go and do the test. That was how I started.
Wow. And you didn't have any assistant or anybody. So it was just you.
I employed somebody.
So was it at the beginning you employed somebody?
The second week, I can't do it alone. So I have to employ somebody. Normally, it's when they have lectures. They use this language, lecture.
Okay.
That is probably their area commander wants to talk to them. So they will create a time. Not even only optometrists alone. There are other people, the insurance people, they come. And some will come and give lectures concerning their businesses. That's all.
So you got a slot in that.
From there, most of them will say, come to my church. Oh, come to our mosque. Oh, come to my family.
And so the business started expanding. Yes. What's one of the major challenges that you experienced, that is peculiar to Lagos, the ecosystem? Yeah. What's something that is peculiar? You didn't really experience when you were working in the north?
Here, they are always in a hurry. Lagos, rushing. Time, how do I put it? Traffic. In the north, if you have appointment 8 a.m., you can leave your house 7:30. If it is within Kano there, and meet up. But here in Lagos, it's not like that. So you have to adjust to adjust. Even getting a vehicle, they won't stop, unlike the way they will park and ask you to help that. Here you have to adjust. Rushing. Yes, but along the line, I get used to it. Did you face any form of setback that made you really, I'm not saying that you still do now, but that at any point made you feel like you made a wrong decision to stay back in Lagos? Like, have you ever faced any situation that made you feel, to say I know, I for no? That's happened to be a sweet case, but if you are not careful, someone may fall into a wrong path. You understand? Like maybe they will ask you to give them work. Maybe you work for them, they don't want to pay. At the end of the day, they will not keep on promising. most of them don't like keeping to their
Words
words
compared to where you were coming from in the north.
in the north.
Where when somebody says, "Oh, go and come back,"
You
you
can
can be
leave
sure
that
that.
off. Be sure of that.
Mm.
So, but for now, I'm used to them.
So you found your way around that.
So what I normally do, maybe 70% of my money before I join work for you. That's all.
What looking back now, especially when you just moved down to Lagos, what is one major challenge that you experienced in that particular line of business? This ophthalmic.
No more challenge because here in Lagos we learn from each other. Normally I work with the peoples. Maybe I don't have a pen I need. Somebody need that pen. I can go and collect. I will say I just put my little profits
on it. So that's
on
also
it.
so you adopted that culture because it's something that I know that Igbos do, especially those people that buy and sell. But was there ever a time like you had any issues in working with any of these people as you moved to a new terrain?
Yes, plenty times. The boy that was working with me then, I trusted him. By the time I introduced him to somebody, a police officer then, he charged DPO. I did glasses for him. Along the line, I don't know. They later discuss other business like traveling, wherever.
The guy was a travel agent.
He said yes. He did that one alongside.
Did you know about that before?
I didn't, but when the DPO told me, I asked him, confirm I used to do. I said, okay, let's make sure you work it out for him. Please, so. He said, yes, ma'am. Did the first one for him. There was no issue. The second one, he didn't carry me along.
So the first one was successful.
Yes, the first one. The second one, I didn't know about it again. Just when he collected up to the sum of 2.something million from him, that was around 2016 or so. For him. It was then the man called me.
I'm so sorry for my loss. So they did not carry along when the money exchange was happening. But when the whole thing scattered, they not carried you along.
I see what is happening, blah, 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 blah. So I started calling his line. He was not picking. Later, I was told he traveled, blah, blah, blah. But I felt so bad because I don't know anything about it, but through me,
your name, your integrity.
I wasn't happy. Many challenges, a lot, but thank God.
How were you able to navigate that issue? What did you do?
I know one of his brother. I went there, I checked around where he was living. He moved out of the place. I couldn't trace him. At a point in time, he was picking my call. Later, I didn't pick again.
Did the DPO, did he blame you for it or anything?
He didn't, because the first one, when he wanted to do it, he wanted to even send the money to my account. I said no, but I was
aware. You were in the loop.
I was monitoring. But the second one, I don't know. So it can't come out.
Okay. So sorry about that.
It's okay.
It's all right. Listening to you alone and being a part of your story, I know that you've done nothing less than 6 businesses now. You ventured into nothing less than 6 businesses. So it's safe to say that that's where I also got my own business exploration anointing. Because I think that I can confidently say I've done more than 6 businesses. Do you remember my very first business?
Selling of aya.
Aya.
What do you call it? Tiger nuts.
Yes. So I used to sell aya. That was way back in the north. I think I used to make it for us in the house. I will make it in the house. I was how old then? I think I was like maybe 12.
You take it to school as well?
I would take it to school.
That's one of your teachers.
And one of my teachers caught me.
In the classroom selling tiger nuts.
And the teacher beat
a lot of you.
But what was my offense? I was not trying to make money. I was not affecting class activities. I was not, although because of how delicious, if I must say, my aya was, students used to buy it then, even when class was going on. They would just buy it and they'll be chewing. You know, so I did aya, and I think there was one time I started doing Foster Clark's juice and Zobo, but that one did not last long because the Foster Clark's was expensive compared to the returns. And my mom was in charge of capital, so Once she say it cannot go, it cannot go.
Well,
And then that was before we moved down to
Nice.
Lagos. In Lagos, what was my first business?
I think you were cutting nails.
I was cutting nails.
You
It's
cut
true.
nails,
I'll
you
cut
write,
nails,
you write
notes.
notes.
Yes, I copy notes for my
You
classmates.
go and plait hair.
I played hair too. I had a
The
contract. There was one
brothers.
time I even had a contract with my secondary school. I used to make hair for the boarding students. Wow, that's it's been so long already.
Mhm.
Awesome. I did many things though. I really did. I did. I did really a lot of things. I used to teach too. There was one time I taught for almost 1 year.
You do teach.
Yes, I had a job. I would go to a school, teach.
Janice, this level
Jenny, it's at Ogba.
Ogba.
Here in Lagos, it's at Ogba. Wow, I learned from the best. So, but how did it feel like seeing your daughter do many, many things? Because I did plenty business too.
Lion not the bongo.
Oh, shit, clock it. Hey, God. It's true. It's true. But was it ever a time where you felt like I see my own too much? Or maybe, like, were you ever worried? No. You were never worried.
No.
It's true, Sha. You were always supporting me. But sometimes I used to worry that maybe.
That's true. Sometimes if I see maybe I will complain, maybe you are stressing yourself too much.
This one can complain. She will complain. In fact, I came home. I've just been sleeping. You know, my mom was always, don't you pushing yourself too much. But you will still be one to be always praying that God will open more doors for you. With more doors come the more responsibility.
We have to rest sometimes.
It's true. It's true. But I got it from you too now. You don't used to rest. You don't used to rest.
I'm resting.
Some of my earlier memories of my mom then, she would leave the house as early as 5. Do you remember 4:35 then? And you come back home like 11 p.m. sometimes. In fact, there was one time that you came back after 12 because of Lagos traffic.
That's Lagos. Oh, thank God.
We thank God. We thank God. We thank God. So with the different businesses that you've done and everything, what are major lessons that you'd say you learned from doing many things at different points in your life, starting over at different points in your life? What are some things you want to share with the people watching this or the person watching this?
What's to share? That's one. Whatever we determine to do, we should not give up. We should focus. Whatever the circumstances, pressure, we should not give up. And we should continue to be praying. We pray, we focus, let your heart be pure, be clean. Get there. Get there. Thank you so much, Mama. Thank you so much for having this conversation and share it with us. There's one more question I wanted to ask you, but I think I'll just let you use that to close because it's something that I've watched you exemplify over and over again, and so I just wanted to come out from your own mouth. So when you just said now that okay, people should pray. I want you to just give us a little insight into your relationship with God in terms of your business and the different things you've done. What it looks like. I know because it's something you always reference, but because I'm your child, I know. But I want them to hear it from your mouth. What it's like. Because from everything you've spoken, somebody can leave in and say it's just about me deciding I don't want to give up. And I'm focused. But I know that there's a God factor. Our God is a marvelous God. It's always there. Anytime. And he has been faithful. For me, I don't know of other people. God has been faithful. I don't give up on him. Whatever I want to do, I know he's there. Whatever I put my hands, I know he's there. He used to surprise me, shock me. That is why I don't give up. So you say God is the major reason why you don't give up? I don't. Because you are very assured that he's involved. He's involved. Even if anything happens, I know there must be a reason. God is sweet. God is sweet. Hey! That one touched me. She said God is sweet. Wow. I love it. Let's leave it at that God is really sweet and he's dependable. So I really had an awesome conversation with you. I really, every time I talk to you, I like it. My mom is one of my greatest motivations. Before I look outside and see other people that inspire me, I look at my mom and she inspires me a lot. You are a bundle of inspiration. You are a genius. Thank you. And I'm grateful that I have a front row seat to experience your genius
Honestly, you're marvelous. You're amazing. Super amazing. Thank you for being an inspiration to me. I love you.
I love you too.
Aww. Hey God. So thank you so much for joining my show today. If you've watched up to this moment, I know that you have learned a lot of lessons. I'd like to hear your thoughts about this episode. Share with me what it feels like for you to start all over again. If you've ever, had to start all over, what was it like for you? What are lessons you'd like to share and add? What are some things that you'd like so just share from this particular episode. I love to really read from you guys in the comment section. And if you want me to be mommy again on this channel, even though it takes an arm and a leg, I will see what I can do. Just let me know in the comment section, because honestly, her mind works in a very amazing way, and I'd like to share that with the whole world. Do subscribe to this channel because I have more awesome conversations like this coming your way. Subscribe to support, share this video to as many as you can. Don't forget to like, leave a comment. Don't ghost watch. I'm watching you, and I will see you. I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.